Hi, Professor. My name is Sudeep Chandra, and this is my Project 2 demonstration. When the gate lock is on, we can press the power button and the start button, and the process starts. The first function I gave is for the detect fault in the part stack feeder. Here, if the I gave it as automated so that when this turns off, this feed part low sensor turns off, it automatically restocks. If it does not restock, uh, after the part is released here and it takes longer than 10 seconds, the fault light is on, which is this one. I can demonstrate it by changing this 10 seconds to 3 seconds. I gave it as 10 seconds because it usually takes around 5 to 6 seconds for the for the part to reach the here for the part pickup. You can see here it takes more than 3 seconds and this light's turning on, and when it reaches here the light turns off. So I'll change it back to 10 seconds. Now the second function I gave is for the retraction, horizontal retraction and vertical retraction. I gave them both timers so that I can delay the process whenever I want. And according to the time given here, I gave very less time, like 250 milliseconds, so that the process takes much faster than if I give more number. Now the third function I did is for the faults here. So if the palette stays here for more than 20 seconds, uh, this process delay fault yellow light will blink, turn on and turn off continuously. So whenever if any part stucks here, we can see that. I can press e-stop. Um, when the part gets here, I'll press the e-stop. Now, as you can see, this is stop here, and when it crosses 20 more seconds, this yellow light starts blinking. As you can see, after 20 seconds, it's blinking. Now, when the e-stop is clear and this process starts, as soon as this crosses this, the light will turn off. And if the palette stays for longer than 10 seconds here, again this starts to blink. Oh, I should have pressed. As you can see, it was longer, so it starts blinking. Now another function I gave is the height calculator. Here it stores how much is the current part height, and it does average by adding this part and the next part, this part and the previous part, and also the number of presses, number of parts passed here, number of pallets passed here. That sum I just gave it as I did not show it here because we don't have any more real number displays here. And also I calculated the pressure here and displayed it here, the pressure of the press. As you can see, I delayed the process for the required pressure and gave timers for both of these presses. So it stays on for it presses for approximately 2 seconds, I think. And after 2 seconds it releases it. So And here it records number of presses or number of pallets crossed here. And in int 2 here, paths remaining this shift, I gave it as 50. So whenever there are more than, gave it as countdown and set the pre as 50. So when it reaches 0, it indicates that the shift is over and you reached the quota, and we can reset it here. If you press it, it automatically resets. See, it came to 50. And number of presses when it reaches the preset amount, which I gave it as 400. It indicates that it's time for it to undergo the maintenance of the press, and it indicates through this light. After the maintenance, we can just press this button and it resets back to 0. Yes, these are the functions I did, and I did not use these two integer in the touch panel, and I renamed all these things. And I haven't used these 4 push buttons, but I used all the lights, this and these lights as well. I used count up and count downs and all the timers, timer on, timer off, RTO, and I also used compute function 2 places for here and here to convert those into here and here PSI before displaying here, and also used divide multiply in few places, and I also used greater than less than to calculate the height, to compare the height. I gave it as 290 as the upper limit and 260 as the lower limit. So as long as the part is, as you can see, it's 273 average right now, so it's within these two numbers, so that it indicates the part is good. If the part is bad, it will indicate this light here, LTA. And I also use less than or equal to and greater for calculating when the shift is done, so that I can turn on this light when the shift is done. And that's all. Thank you, Professor.